Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according what others think, you will never be rich. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. All cruelty springs from weakness. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The sun also shines on the wicked. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. A sword never kills anybody. It is a tool in the killer's hand. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. We learn not in the school, but in life. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Life is long if you know how to use it. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. He who is brave is free. There is no genius without a touch of madness. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are which you have. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. Only time can heal what reason cannot. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. He who spares the wicked injures the good. It is quality rather than quantity that matters. Nothing is burdensome if taken lightly, and nothing need arouse one's irritation so long as one doesn't make it bigger than it is by getting irritated. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles, it only changes them. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for crisis. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Gold tests with fire, woman with gold, man with woman. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. When a person spends all his time in foreign travel, he ends by having many acquaintances, but no friends. There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. It is of course better to know useless things than to know nothing. To be always fortunate, and to pass through life with a soul that has never known sorrow, is to be ignorant of one half of nature. Philosophy calls for simple living, not for doing penance, and the simple way of life need not be a crude one. No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity. What fortune has made yours is not your own. We cease to be so angry once we cease to be so hopeful. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. Brave men rejoice in adversity, just as brave soldiers triumph in war. What really ruins our character is the fact that none of us looks back over his life. If what you have seems insufficient to you, then though you possess the world, you will yet be miserable. Drunkenness is nothing but voluntary madness. Throw aside all hindrances and give up your time to attaining a sound mind. We must indulge the mind and from time to time allow it the leisure which is its food and strength. It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence. The more a mind takes in, the more it expands. Fidelity purchased with money, money can destroy. Oh, how many noble deeds of women are lost in obscurity! How many are quite unworthy to see the light, and yet the day dawns.